We get a call that said they're out here recording, so it's my job to come out here and talk to you. And they will require you to sign in as a visitor and show an ID.
What's going on, everybody? Watching the Watchman here, out with Amagansett Press at the Denver Federal Center, Gate 7. It says employee entrance on the sign here.
How's it going, guys? Amagansett Press, coming to you from Denver,
in Lakewood, Colorado. So we're gonna take a look around and see if our public employees and security or whoever else might be here respect our right to take video in public. So let's see how it goes. So as you can see here, this is the security booth. Firearms with dangerous weapons prohibited. Federal property. Federal Emergency Management Agency, Building 710. See, there's a handicap accessible and assigned parking over there. Oh, and I guess this is Building 710. Federal Emergency Management Agency. Got the rules and regulations for governing conduct on federal property here. And sorry if the video's a little shaky when I zoom in. It's pretty cold out today, about 39 degrees here in Lakewood.
which is open from 5:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Nice, it does must have heat. Not this time of year, air conditioning too. So, cool.
Hey,
How are we doing?
I'm alright, you guys?
Doing well, thanks.
Yeah, a second.
Hang on a second while you need to speak to me about something?
No, it's just my dispatch was calling me.
Oh, okay.
guys up to?
What are you up to? First of all, can I get your name and badge number?
I'm sorry?
Name and badge number?
884.
884.
Last name Richardson.
Richardson, 884,
Yeah.
thank you. So how can I help you?
I just curious. Somebody said you're out here recording. Just out here saying what's going on.
Oh, okay. So did you see?
I'm sorry?
I said, so did you see? Did you see?
Did I see?
Yeah. You said you're here to see what's going on?
Yeah. So I'm just asking you.
Okay.
You have anything else?
No, are you confused about what you see?
No?
Oh, okay.
You guys looking for something, or just trying to get somebody to tell you to stop doing it, or
Is that what your assumption is?
no? I'm just we get a call that said they're out here recording, so it's my job to come out here and talk to you
Why would security call and tell you that somebody's out here recording?
because I have security over here.
Well, doesn't security generally look for things that are illegal or out of sorts? Why would recording be?
No, not necessarily that post.
No? Okay.
You guys have a name, or
Do I have a name?
can I
Of
have
course
your name?
No. No, I'm not going to.
All right. So what's the plan? You guys gonna be out here for 10, 15 minutes?
Well, I don't know. I was actually leaving, but I think I'll stick around for a little while now.
All right, well, that's your prerogative.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just asking. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. No, it's just curious to me how. You want to pull over so these guys can get by?
Alright guys, so we're just pulling out, about to go
Yeah, we were just leaving, guys.
look around for another gate or somewhere else to film, and saw this police officer here talking to security, and then followed us into the
What's
parking lot.
issue
Yeah.
with filming? Is that what
There
they-
is no issue with filming.
Well, so what did they tell you somebody
Did I
was
say
doing?
it's illegal? Did I say
No. I didn't say. I didn't
Did I
ask
say
you.
you can't do it?
I didn't ask you what's illegal about it.
Just
I
trying to
said
have a conversation. It's not common.
No.
And I know people do it, so I'm just out here having a conversation.
Right, and I'm trying to understand your side of it. So
I
I'm
just wanted to
asking
see what's
questions.
doing. We do get people that are trying to scout out the area, which we got to come out and just contact them and see what's going on.
You get people trying to scout out the area for what, like nefarious activity?
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
When was the last time that happened?
I'm not going to give out enforcement information on that.
2019?
What do you mean 2019?
Did you have somebody here
I'm not gonna give
photographing the property for nefarious activity in
I'm not
the
going to
past
answer.
12 months? I just don't. You know what? Part of my perspective on things is, okay, I'm a little older than you are. You don't remember the world that I remember. When everybody's shoulders were down, everybody used to just walk around with a smile on their face, everybody was relaxed, and nobody was afraid. So, as far as myself is concerned, I don't know what anybody else's plan is, but I still live in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That's good. So do I.
Yeah, so somebody with a camera doesn't scare me. I don't know what the fear is there.
Did I say I was scared? Did somebody else say that they were scared?
All right, well, let's not run around semantics. I'm trying to have the conversation with you, but obviously, security called you up and said there's two guys filming in here.
Yeah.
So that's why you're here. They didn't call up and say there's a guy with gray sneakers and a guy with darker gray sneakers.
No.
So they called up and said there's two guys with cameras recording.
Yeah.
So that's the issue.
It's not an issue.
If I was just standing here with no cameras, would they have called?
Probably not.
Right. So the cameras are the issue.
No.
Right. Okay. So that's at least we agree on that.
It's not illegal.
No, I know it's not. I don't do anything.
But it's not common.
It's probably a lot more common than you think it is.
Okay.
It's probably a lot more common than you think it is. I mean, there's literally, I don't know how many millions of people. You go to Best Buy, how many people bought a camera at Best Buy in this city today?
I don't know.
You know, I mean, there's people take pictures. Everybody's walking around with an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy with a phone.
My point is, people aren't walking around the fence line doing video.
Oh, I'd love to go inside the fence line, but I'm not allowed.
No, not much to see out there.
Well, you've seen it all. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It'd be something for me to see.
It's mainly offices.
What is it? And since we're on that subject, is it possible to walk in if you're not in a car, or do you just show these
It
guys
is open to
ID?
the public.
It is?
Oh, for photography, you can get it cleared through GSA.
Oh, it's already been cleared through Department of Homeland Security. Your office cleared it.
My office doesn't approve that kind of stuff in the Fed Center.
Well, I have
It's
a
through general services.
DHS memo.
You're talking about the policy for photography on what
Federal
anything
inside,
that's-
outside, exterior.
Yeah, anywhere
exterior.
that the public cannot go, right?
No, you're anywhere that the public is allowed to go, anywhere that's a publicly accessible area, anywhere that I can walk into,
Correct.
I'm allowed to videotape it.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that point.
Okay.
All right.
So that's
Do you
good.
guys have anything else, or I have stuff to go do?
Oh, I'm sorry we bothered you.
No, you're not. But you obviously are just. We're not going anywhere, so I'm not going to stick around.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Are you wanting to talk more? I can stick around.
well, no, my responses are gauged by how you approach me. Just like
Okay.
I'm sure your responses to people that you pull over are gauged by, if you go into a deli and there's a sign up that says prices are based on customer attitude.
Yeah.
So, you treat people, you give what you get.
Have I been treating you poorly?
No, I would not say you've been treating me poorly, but I think you're being a little presumptuous, and I think you're being a little crass. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you feel
Which
that
is
way.
your job. You're not supposed to make friends. You're supposed to uphold the law, right?
My job's not to be a jerk either.
No, well, I didn't say you were a jerk.
No, you didn't.
No. I don't think you're being a jerk at all. I think you're doing your job, and I think that if you and I had more time to spend having a conversation in a casual setting, I think we'd probably agree on a lot more things than you think we would.
Probably right.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that over coffee someday.
It's like Grateful Dead said years ago, we're all saying the same thing, we just say it in a different way. So, we're just being out in public and photographing, okay, is an expression or an exercise of rights.
I would agree.
Okay, and rights are like muscles. If you don't use them, they tend to go away.
Yeah.
And in this country, in this day and age, as law enforcement likes to say, our rights are being eroded faster than I can even keep up with.
Yeah.
I was born in the 60s, so I remember the way things used to be. And it was nice. It really was nice. People are just a little too standoffish these days. We actually moved here from New York. Okay, so I figured, we're going out to going out to the West. We're going in the middle of the country. Everybody's gonna be friendly with a smile on their face and a howdy and all that. You walk down the street here, nobody even looks at each other. Nobody even wants to make eye contact. That's a sad thing,
It is.
So, I think anything that anybody can do with their life to try to ease that a little bit and try to get people to just relax and dialogue, conversation solves a lot of problems. And there's a lot of, and unfortunately, life has put you and I in a position where we're on opposite sides of the proverbial fence in some situations such as this, which doesn't necessarily need to be the case, because like I said earlier, I think if you and I had enough time to talk to each other in a casual setting, we're probably pretty much on the same page with pretty much everything. We love our country, we love the Constitution, we love the rights it affords us, and it's just a shame to see those things evaporated.
Yeah.
So we go out and take pictures, film, and exercise our rights.
All right.
That's it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get
Like I said, I'm not going to give you my name, but this is my son.
Hi, son.
Nice to meet you.
So he's 16 years old. He goes to high school here locally, and this is some guys go out and throw a ball and talk about girls, and we go out and do this.
All right.
This is what people do.
Okay.
But seriously, I don't think these. I understand these guys calling you because that's their job.
And they didn't say anything was doing. They didn't say anybody was doing anything wrong. They just alerted
Observe
us.
and report. I get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I come out here and I come out and say hi
Right.
and see if I can get anything. You're not in trouble, so you're not giving me anything. So there's not much to stick around for.
See if I can get anything. You're not in trouble, so you're not giving me anything.
It's just funny because a year ago when we were out taking photographs and stuff in public, people would just ignore you.
I don't like being in those positions. I don't mind having a conversation. You've been very pleasant to deal with.
No, same as you. Yeah.
And I don't like being put in those positions.
Well, we all put ourselves into the positions we wind up in. It's just like people sometimes will say to me, "Oh, you made me look bad on camera." I can't make you look good, and I can't make you look bad. All I can do is memorialize what you choose to do.
Right.
Right? So, if somebody wants to shift that accountability onto somebody else because they have a camera in their hand, that speaks volumes.
I wouldn't be treating you any different if you didn't have a camera, if that means anything to you.
Right. No, and I know, and I'm sure you deal with some people who are not giving you an easy time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're kind of geared up for that kind of thing. I get it. Absolutely.
I
But
appreciate that.
just to give you a little feedback from an older guy, instead of walking up saying, "Oh, I know you guys are trying to get a reaction to that," maybe that's not what we're doing. Maybe we're not in this particular case, but maybe we're working on a school project. Maybe he's looking to go to criminal justice college and is interested in this kind of thing. There's a lot of possibilities. So I'm just saying, don't become cynical.
Okay.
And it's hard in your line of work.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's a good point. So I'll accept that.
Okay. And I understand. I completely understand your side of it.
Okay.
But just like you have to be ready for anything, I've got to be ready for anything, because there's some police officers like yourself that come out and have a friendly chat and have a friendly conversation, and we shake hands and leave with smiles on our faces. Some other guys that'll come out and throw you up against the car and tase you and slam you into the pavement, and that goes on every day. So
Right.
I have to be on guard as well. So that's why I'm saying I think we have a lot more in common than we don't.
Yeah.
So just hopefully maybe the next time you come across with somebody that's out filming or taking pictures in public, maybe just approach it with a little more of an open mind and don't have any preconceived notions. And then if they prove themselves to be what you thought it might be, that's a different story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
So that's my spiel.
It's a good spiel.
Yeah, and that's all we're doing.
All right.
So you mentioned that it is public access, so we can walk in and just look
So
around.
going through gate 1 that's going to be an employee gate right there.
Okay.
Employee access is
I mean walking though, not driving.
still going to be through gate 1.
Gate 1, okay.
Yeah, gate 1 is going to be the employee access gate.
The
I'm
public
sorry,
access,
the
yeah.
visitor
And which,
access
when
gate.
I go out here, I make a right or a
It's
left?
going to be over here on Kipling.
Okay.
It's the main. So there's 2 gates on Kipling.
Okay.
There's going to be gate 1, which is going to, if you come around this way, it'll be the first one you run to. Gate 2 is closer to 6th Avenue.
Okay.
So are you guys going to go on then? I want to know because I'm going to get 1,000 phone calls.
Well, now you know what to tell them.
I do. That's why if that's your intention, I just want to know what your
I
intention
don't know. I'm
is.
going to get back in the car. We'll see what time it is and figure things out and see what else I have to do. Check my phone.
It does
We
close to
might-
the public at 6.
At 6. Okay, so we have time.
Okay. And then it will require you to sign in as a visitor and show an ID to get on.
Even walking in, they
Correct.
They make you show ID.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. I certainly have ID.
Okay.
All
I'll
right,
give
good.
you that as a disclaimer.
Okay.
All right.
No, well, I appreciate the information. I'm glad that we were able to just have a friendly conversation.
Yeah, me too.
You know, sometimes things go that way.
Me too.
Yeah.
If you do plan on coming on, I'd like to know just so I can get ahead of it when people start calling me so I don't have to keep chasing.
I'll be honest with you, I probably won't today,
Okay.
just because it's getting later in the day.
Okay.
But do you have a business card?
I don't on me, to be honest.
I was going to say, if you had a card, I'll even give you a holler and let you know when I'm coming back.
I don't. This number right here, this is our dispatch center. They'll answer and you'll think you're calling 911.
Okay.
It's not. We use it as our 911, but that's our dispatch center.
Okay.
So you can call. They operate here on the Fed Center.
Okay.
You can let them know that you're coming on with the intentions of doing that.
Which is a hard thing, but sometimes you have to do that. But it's
Well, communication helps,
yeah.
especially for us. That's why I ask sometimes for a time frame because
But
we'll get guys downtown. So you guys going to be around for an hour? You're going to be around for the next 20 minutes?
Right.
Because sometimes property management, well, they'll get lots of phone calls. People are out here recording. But, we know about it. They plan on being here for an hour, and then they're going to go somewhere else.
Right.
Got it. And then they'll send out an email.
The only issue with that is part of what we're doing is, and I'll be perfectly straight with you, part of what we're doing is looking for the response.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean we're trying to elicit a negative response
Yeah.
or we're trying to cause any sort of an issue or disturbance or anything like that, because I'm just as happy to expose a good guy like you as I am to expose a guy that's doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So that kind of, tipping everybody off, everybody's on their best behavior, everybody knows what you're doing, nobody's going to approach you, it kind of kills the whole thing.
Okay.
So that's why we don't generally do that. It's not because we're trying to get away with something.
Yeah.
I just want to see a genuine reaction to what's going on.
Okay. All right.
That's all it is. You
Understand.
canine officer? You have a dog
He
there?
is.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought I heard him
He'll
bark.
snuggle you to death. He's not a bite dog.
What's his name?
Ronnie.
Ronnie? Cool.
He's on explosives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. You take him home every night?
He lives with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
He's
very cool.
He's a lab.
Cool. Nice. Well, you seem like a nice enough guy. I'm glad we ran into you.
Alrighty. Yeah.
And,
Likewise.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Pleasure.
You guys have a good rest of your
Is
night.
it Officer
Nice to meet you.
Richardson?
Inspector.
Inspector Richardson. That's
Yeah.
what I forget. Federal police are always inspectors?
No, we are, because we do law enforcement and physical security, so they gave us an inspector title as opposed to officer or special agent,
Gotcha. Okay.
for whatever it's worth.
All right, good. Well, it's been a
Alrighty.
pleasure talking to you, and hopefully, I'm asking for the world here, but maybe when you're in the locker room with the boys, just, spread the word, man. Maybe everybody's not up to no good.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe some guys are just
we
out
try to
doing-
do right in our office out here.
But like I said, there's some
You're-
guys out there that take the
Oh,
gun and the
you're right.
badge a little too far, and
Right.
and
happened.
it does happen. People get power drunk,
I'm sure people in my organization have done it at one point or another too.
right?
So,
And we kind of rely on you guys to police that because you're the only ones that know about it.
you're right.
So good cops have to look out for the bad cops, which is kind of hard because you have the blue line,
Yeah.
right? So you can,
No, it doesn't give somebody the right to violate somebody's rights.
it doesn't, but it happens every day.
No, but I have a requirement to report that.
You do? Have you ever turned in another police officer for wrongdoing?
I have not.
No. How long have you been a law enforcement
Just a
officer?
few years.
Okay. Well,
Military before that.
yeah, you have to earn your stripes before you can start putting your head under the chopping block, I guess, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. But you know, and it is. It's a serious thing because, I mean, you swear an oath to the Constitution every time you go on duty, don't you?
We do.
Or every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an important thing. It's not just words. You know, things become commonplace. You know, you just get into this automated mode in life, but you really have to stop and think about what you're swearing to and what you're swearing to uphold, and it's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, guys are dying and getting wounded, and I don't know if you're ex-military or not, but you know, so we thank you for your service. We appreciate that. But you know, you risked a lot for that freedom, and then to come back and not uphold it must be a difficult spot to be in for some guys. Not you. I'm not saying you, but it's a bad spot. We just want to, you know, we're just trying to hold everybody accountable, ourselves included.
Yeah.
And we're out learning something every day.
Good to go.
All right.
I'm going to get
Inspector
moving.
Richardson, thank you
sir.
very much.
Nice to meet
Appreciate
you.
Yep. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, that was Inspector Richardson of the Federal Protective Service with his K-9, and I think that was a good conversation. So hopefully it'll inspire me to think a little bit more about what I do, and maybe inspire Inspector Richardson to think about what he does and have an open mind and not have any emotions about it. And yeah, I mean, you know, the way you're staring at my license plate of my truck doesn't give me much confidence that that's going to happen because we're out here trying to. So hopefully we made some sort of a small difference in Inspector Richardson's day.
Coming to you from the Denver Federal Center in Lakewood, Colorado. Watching the Watchmen with Amagansett Press. Out. See you the next one.